Balochistan. Before 1948, Balochistan was an independent state, but Pakistan occupied the independent Baloch state on March 27, 1948, and suspended both houses, lower house and upper house of Balochistan. On the decades of 1970s, Pakistan gave its provincial status to Balochistan. Balochistan is an important region geographically and is full of natural resources. Balochistan covers 45% of Pakistan's total geography, but people of Balochistan are deprived of basic facilities of life, like education, health, employment, and electricity. Balochistan's 80% population lives under the line of poverty. Due to multidimensional poverty, sectors of education, health, and economy, including other all fields of life, are affected. Baloch nation had struggled for the gain of its independence in different intervals of time, but Pakistan had crushed those attempts by its military power. By the use of military power, state has destroyed all aspects of Baloch's life. Baloch nation once again started the struggle of Baloch National Liberation Movement. Baloch political leaders began to mobilize people from all areas of Balochistan and made people a part of this political struggle. Newly started struggle were entirely different from the traditional styles and was accepted in entire Baloch society. Baloch women, for the first time in Baloch political history, came on the front line of movement to participate practically. But Pakistan had the only option to silence Baloch, and that was the use of power. Thousands of political activists were abducted in order to stop their struggle. The series to keep the abductees in secret torture cells for several years had begun, which is continued till date.
मरने का इख्तियार किसी को नहीं है कि वो मुझसे छीन ले।
Dr. Nizar Baloch, founder of Baloch student organization AZAD and one of the founding leaders of Baloch struggle, was also abducted along with his parents on March 24, 2005 and was released after the severe torture on August 2. The majority political activists who were abducted after 2008 were either in secret detention centers or their mutilated bodies had been recovered. Zakir Majid Baloch, BSO Azad leader, and Dr. Deen Muhammad Baloch both were abducted in 2009 and are still missing. Zahid Baloch, Shabir Baloch, Mushtaq Baloch, Imran Baloch, Dr. Akbar Mari and Ramzan Baloch, including thousands of political activists, are missing after the passage of years. Mama Qadir Baloch, head of Voice for Baloch Missing Person, is struggling for recovery of Baloch missing persons since several years. Jalil Reki Baloch, son of Mama Qadir Baloch, was martyred after his forced disappearance. We questioned Mama Qadir about the issue of missing persons, that what international institutions or Pakistani government is doing for the solution of this issue.
The issue of missing persons is not a fresh one, it is very old. We are receiving mutilated bodies of missing persons since years, but no one talks about this issue, nor did government take any action. Dr. Malik visited the camp of missing persons and he said that we will try to recover the missing persons, but Dr. Malik's suggestion was rejected in Islamabad. Dr. Malik himself agreed that he had no authority in missing persons case. Pakistani judiciary is also silent over this issue. Our case is under hearing in Supreme Court of Pakistan for 2 years, but no development has been made in these cases. Supreme Court bench came to Quetta for hearing this case. We submitted applications that the case could be heard, but the bench didn't give any response to our applications. Chaudhry Iftikhar made the Frontier Corps and Pakistani Army accused for some cases of missing persons that Baloch nation would be silent, but he also didn't do anything practically for the solution of this case. Therefore, we are disappointed from army, judiciary and government of Pakistan because they cannot take measures for the recovery of Baloch missing persons.
Balochistan issue is a political issue and Baloch leaders always demand a peaceful solution for it, but Pakistan does not want to resolve this issue and wants to silence the issue by the use of power. We ask Vice Chairman BSO AZAD Kamal Baloch that can power silence the Baloch nation or not.
Pakistan pa fauji taakata Baloch qawmi tehreekara hiç bar khatam kurtna kante.
Pakistan cannot finish the movement by using its military power. Although a style of movements can be changed when extreme power is used against movements, because use of power is aimed to finish the movements. Pakistan itself is an example for us, whose army has used all tactics in repression and barbarism in Balochistan. But movement is still continued. Movements cannot be finished by abduction and killing of people. If it could, then Bangladesh could never get independence, where Pakistan army killed 3 million people. Military power faced defeat in Bangladesh and Pakistan was compelled to leave the homeland of Bengalis. The Baloch national movement is based on ideological and scientific grounds and is being led by organized organizations and parties, and we will be successful.
All doors of peaceful struggle were finished for Baloch in Pakistan. Even Baloch cannot demonstrate for their rights, neither Baloch political parties have permission to establish their organizational setups. Pakistan claims to have freedom of speech in order to dodge the world, because the concept of freedom of speech does not exist in Balochistan. Dozens of journalists, writers, and professors have been killed due to the expression of their thoughts. Baloch nation demands to international institutions to play their role for the peaceful solution of Baloch issue. We asked Canada-based BSO AZAD chairperson Karima Baloch that how much international institutions are interested to solve the Baloch issue and how Baloch nation is facing the consequences of their silence.
It's been almost 70 years that the occupied state of Balochistan is facing vast human rights violation in shape of enforced disappearances, kill and dump policy, assassination of political and human rights activists, military operations and a systematic genocide by Pakistan. As a consequence, thousands of teachers, students, intellectuals and political workers have been killed and thousands more are facing vast form of physical and mental violence in the torture cells of Pakistani security forces. Their crime was nothing but to be Baloch. We want to say to United Nations, human rights organizations and civilized world, we are sorry, but you have really failed to fulfill the promises you made to humanity decades before. Promises about the safeguard of human rights. Pakistan has destroyed our education system, demolished our houses, has carried out a systematic genocide and has disappeared our thousands countrymen. But so far we could not see you and a single action taken by you to stop these all. Your silence on this issue can cause a serious humanitarian crisis in Balochistan.
Pakistani government is hiding the genuine issue of Balochistan by chanting slogans of economic development. But Balochistan's status is just of a colony. Pakistan never wants development for Balochistan, nor does Pakistan consider the economic and educational prosperity of Baloch nation as its own interest. Today, the Baloch nation is facing harder challenges as compared to past, because along the use of military power, Baloch nation is facing the consequences of exploitative China-Pakistan economic corridor project in the shape of being disowned from their ancestral lands. Now the question remains is that what is the role of responsible and civilized countries for a silent war-torn region of Balochistan? Will they be silent further or will find a way for solution of this issue? The upcoming time will answer.